Hello everyone. In this short video, we are going to see a recent case of cyber crime which my brother met with. Before I start on that cyber crime case, let me give an introduction to you. Around 4 years back, my father was duped by a phone based scam. So I literally complained to all the cyber cells, all the departments dealing with internet scams across India, and I was not. I did not get any support. The only thing which I got was a phone call from a police constable indicating to meet me and take back my complaint. Moral of the story: you never get the money back. If you are duped, you yourself are responsible for your own safety. The system, at least 4 years back, as I know, were not able to help me. And similar 2, 3 more cases I saw in my vicinity, all of them were duped and nobody could get any support from the system. So knowledge is power, and thereby to enhance everybody's knowledge, I'm making this video. So let's start. What is a Trojan? So, as we know the story of Troy, in the city of Troy, this Trojan horse was given as a gift, but it was not a gift. It was a ploy to false the city of Troy. Soldiers were sitting inside the horse, and as the night fell, the soldiers came out and they were victorious. So that, in essence, is a Trojan, and the same philosophy applies to software also. So you take something as a boon or a benefit, a software as a benefit, but when you start using it, you realize that you get duped because this is not a benefit software, it is having a malware embedded inside. So that's what a Trojan in short is. Now let me show you the modus operandi of these scamsters. Now this is the website. In the morning when I was accessing it, I was seeing a certificate, a valid one here. So right now it is immediately telling it is not secure, but morning it was saying that there is a valid certificate. I checked the certificate, all the credentials, validity, everything was good. So what these people do, they ask you to make a small token payment. They ask you to go to pay now and make a small token payment, which is only 100 rupees, like $1.5. But if you see here, they're asking you to make all the details available to them. So that's one thing. The second thing which they are going to do is they're going to ask you to install an APK. APK is what? Application package file. It's the file which installs an application to your Android phone device. Now the first thing we have to be careful about is the payment. Any site, 99.9% of the sites will redirect you to a payment gateway for making payments. They will not be having the payment functionality in their site itself. Now, if I go to the site here, the site is asking me to make the payment and the URL remains the same, which means that they are going to store whatever information I'm going to provide here in their server. Now, what is a payment gateway? These are some of the known payment gateways used in India. But what is a payment gateway? Payment gateway is a system, a PCI DSS certified system. PCI is basically a payment card industry, and DSS is data security standards. So it is a PCI DSS certified a gateway where you can make the payments. Now we will quickly see how the payment gateway flow works. So we have a merchant site, the business to customer website, which where you are basically making a purchase and checking out. When you say pay now, it redirects you to the payment site. Okay, and this is like a Pays app, Pay You, HDFC site. So here you are going to make the payment, and post you have made the payment, it will validate whether you have the account or not from the bank site. It is internal to this, and once validation, it will say yes, go ahead, and then after the go ahead, it will deduct the money from your account, and the merchant is notified that the money has come to his account, and the purchase is a valid purchase. So why do the business or the merchant website not implementing the whole functionality on their website? The payment is a very complicated flow and it requires a lot of standards to be followed. One of the very important is PCI DSS, which we discussed earlier also. So basically, this is very difficult to obtain, and thereby the merchant site take this as a service from another payment gateway. So always ensure that you see that the site is not asking you to make the payment on the same site. It is redirecting you to a payment gateway. The second thing which you should be aware of is that any application you install, it should be installed only from Play Store, not what is being sent on mail, not what is sent on WhatsApp. Beware 3. So this is the third point. Check that the site is having a valid certificate and it is HTTPS website. Please note that this is no guarantee for your information to be safe. It only means that the information is secure. It is eavesdroppers cannot access the information, but it can go to the server. Still, they can utilize the information for their gains. So this is important, but at the same time, it can give you wrong information. So here in the site we are seeing it is not a secure. I can show you here that it is not a secure. But in the morning I was seeing that this site is a secure site with a valid certificate. Now this is another one. Check the website aging. So aging means how long the site has been in existence. Primarily what would happen is all these fake sites would be like a year old or less than a year old. Let me show you how old this particular site was. Paste the domain name, search it, and you will be able to see that this site is only 9 days old. When was it created? On the 30th of May. So why it is only 9-year old? So these scamsters life is very short, and what they keep on doing is changing from domain to domain. This is a very critical information. If the site is less than 1 year old, chances are that this site is a fake site and they are going to use your data for their own benefits. Okay, so yeah, this is very important. Now I'm going to decompile the application to show you how harmful it can be. When I decompile, you shall be seeing that it uses a Metasploit framework. This is a penetration testing framework which can execute various commands in the host system. So all these things are very technical, not to go into the details of these technical items which are mentioned here. But briefly what it can do, it can read your SMSs and send those SMS to anybody. So basically what is the implication? So you get a OTP, OTP is read and immediately sent to a remote system. The spammer or the scamster already has your credit card details. He gets your OTP also, and he can make whatever purchases he wants to do. Basically, he has complete access to your OTP. He can change the phone number for OTP and thereby use the credit card forever unless you block it. So it can be so harmful. You are going to become zero. The account is going to become, balance is going to become zero. So that's the implication. Now let me show you and prove to you that it is basically already infected. So this is the decompilation of the APK file which I have done, and I see that this payload class. Okay, if I go here to this project is called Beautiful Girls Project, and it's basically a Trojan APK by Metasploit framework. We see the code here. The same payload code has been used here, and the same code is there in the APK also. We can match word by word. Let's see the payload, and this is the payload. You see the config bytes. You see the same things they are going to use for hacking your system. The same functions are being written down. There are some sequence changes which they have done, but basically the same payload thing. I'll just verify one function here. They have obfuscated the code for sure. Everybody obfuscates, but let's see. So I will show you one function. See this function, run next stage. So the code, the decompiled code which is here has been obfuscated. But if you see here, the parameters are same. The parameters are same, input, output, and a parameters set, an array, the same thing. And if you see the class.get method, start, the last thing I'm going to show you, it looks exactly the same. So what I'm proving is, I'm proving it that this is using a Metasploit framework. And why it is using? Because it wants to send the data, be it SMS, be it your photographs, be it anything. They want to read it, and without your knowledge they want to send this to their server, and thereby crack your credit card data and utilize them for their benefits. So that's the implication of this, and I hope you can see the severity of this problem. So if you install anything which has a meta spoiled framework and which has been used for malicious purpose, your account will become zero. So that's where I want to end this whole talk on. I hope you liked it. Yeah, thank you so much.